this is Hannah. Thank you for joining me today. I have another video just on research books about beads. And now I really like to collect and look at vintage and antique glass beads, which some of these kind of go over them, but for the most part, these are just going to be more general books. I'll link my first video about glass beads, more vintage glass bead research books. That one, I have a lot more books in that video and I reference them a lot. These are actually new books that I just got in and they're really fascinating. Some of them don't have much on glass beads, but just beads in general, and I still think they're really great. I'm going to go over the book title and author, and we're going to look inside them, and then I'll just point out what I like about them, and you can decide for yourself if these are books that you would be interested in. And I'll leave in the description the title and author so you can easily copy it. You can paste it and search on eBay, Amazon. There's other used book store websites online. I like to get mine on eBay. I think I got these from Thrift Books. I really like ordering from them. If you order a lot, they might be sent from different places, just to let you know. But this first book we're going to look at is Beads in Fashion from 1900 to 2000. This one is by Leslie, Pina, Lorita, Winfield, Constance, Korosee. This is a Schiffer book for collectors, and I've really been looking at they actually have a website where they catalog all their books, and I found this one while looking to see if they have more glass bead books. And I really love beaded clothing and accessories, so this sounded really interesting to me. Let's see, this book was from 1999. We've got a really short section on history and style. So like history of beads, it has a very short section. And then we go over condition and care, collecting and value. We look at dresses, gowns, separates, ensembles, and accessories. So if you've seen my channel, these look very familiar. They're Venetian Millefiore beads. And it just talks in general about where beads are made, probably mostly the type of beads used in clothing. These are going to be really elaborate, I mean wonderful beading examples in this book. I can't imagine the work, the time that goes into these pieces, and so many different cultures use beading in their clothing. So it even goes over different kind of beading patterns. This has got a lot of info on even, you know, beaded fabrics. I've noticed there's a lot of Victorian clothing, Art Deco, like right here, Art Deco, more flapper style dresses. Just an amazing collection of clothing. I'm just going to flip through this quickly so you can kind of see just what to expect in this book. And this wasn't quite what I was expecting, I guess. I figured it would have maybe a section on different types of beads used, and that's not really in this book. we're about there, but I love the like 80s section. Let's see if we can flip there. We've got collars, we've got shoes. Yeah, there's some really great 80s and 70s beaded shoes, like a huge section, and I love it. Here we go, the tennis shoes. So that is this book. Very interesting. This is 1000 Glass Beads, Innovation and Imagination in Contemporary Glass Bead Making. So I not only love vintage and antique glass beads, but I also love more modern lamp work beads. And this is quite a thick book, and it's got amazing examples. Let me see if I can find the author. Just says an introduction by Kathy Finnegan, and this is a Lark Books book, and this is from 2005. So it is very heavily visual. There's just a short introduction. It just lists the artist and title of the lampwork bead and the materials that they use and the size. And let me tell you, I could look at this just all day, every day, and see something new. These look just like delicious chocolates, and they're glass. There's just no end to the artistry and creativity in glass beads, and I'm just amazed. So I would love to just look at each one and talk about them like they're amazing, but I'm just gonna try to skip through this quickly and give you just a good good idea of what's in here. I mean, these beads are amazing. You've got figural beads, eye beads. Oh, here's a beautiful necklace. Just a lot of dichroic. Oh, I like those. A lot of floral lamp work. Oh, that is so cool. Just really stunning. So I looked through this whole book yesterday. I think I got it yesterday. And I went through it all. I went through every page, and it's really inspiring. And I really, really suggest getting this. Just to see the creativity. And it really is inspiring to see all these. This is such a huge book. I really got lost in this. And they are lampworking artists from all over the world. I did notice a lot of these seem like probably American or UK names, but there were other ones like Japanese artists. I'm skipping a lot of pages too. Just really cool. And then at the end, it lists all the artists. It lists what pages that they're on and where they're located. So yeah, most of these are located in the US. So this one I highly recommend. Also, again, these books are not that expensive. But I like showing you guys these books because a lot of times when you look online, there might not be a cover photo, and I like seeing just a few pages on the inside, and not many sellers do that. They just do the cover. So I think these are really helpful for people to really gauge if they want this book or not. So this one is another Schiffer book for collectors. Now this one's Beads of the World by Peter Francis Jr. And it has a little thing about the author. He was actually the director of the Center for Bead Research, which I thought was really interesting. I know that there's a Bead Research Society or Bead History, and they come out with periodicals, magazines, like once or twice a year, and I've yet to get my hands on those, but that's definitely on my list of things to get. So again, this is a pretty general look at beads all over the world. A little bit of history, more about how they're made. So there's a lot of pictures of people making beads and examples. So there's a lot of pictures in here, which I like. We go over the universal appeal of beads, because you find beads all over the world. Every culture makes beads and has. The basics of collecting beads, the use of beads, and then it goes over different materials: organic, stone, glass. We look at the origin. We're looking at European glass beads, Middle East and India, Far East, Southeast Asia, Africa, North and South America. So I'm really excited about this because it's very heavy on examples all over the world. So it's got a map here, and we're just going over brief history. Again, lots of examples on each page. There's a lot of glass beads in this book, and I think this is really helpful. It even shows you bead sample cards, which I've mentioned before that these are a great way to see where beads are made, and even what companies will have the names on there. It even talks about how to find beads. And so here's some of the books I was talking about that I'm interested in. This is called the Bead Journal, and it is a quarterly publication of ancient and ethnic jewelry. That one I've not heard of. I'll have to look into that. This one's the Universal Bead by Joan Erickson. And then this, I just found this and I was thinking about buying it. Arizona Highways. This magazine is about glass Indian trade beads. So Native American trade beads. Then we have the use of beads. This is cool because it shows you beads from like the 70s for like macrame in the original packaging. I love seeing stuff like that. Purses. We have a lot of examples. Here's a lace bobbin, which often had different beads on these. A lot of times they were just English beads, which I don't really know a whole lot about. Now we're looking at organic beads, so coral, looks like seeds, bone, jet, keratin. Oh, like horn and claws, lacquer, pearls, plastics. Very just general and brief, but it gives a lot of different examples, which I love about this book. And then here, a picture of someone making beads. So I'm really liking this book. I was actually really interested in learning about beads made in India, and this has a great little section about beads made in India. This is talking about different techniques: blowing beads, molding beads, drawing beads, bead colors. Just really great. I'm actually going through every page. It just has so many examples, really great examples. So here's Chinese beads. Here's a couple of cloisonne porcelain beads. We see those a lot. Oh, this is interesting. You see these a lot, these silk beads, and this says it's a Korean craft practiced by women, winding silk threads on a wooden bead. I did not know that. Interesting. So there's some in Asia. This is a really great book. I'm definitely gonna have to sit down and read this one. I really like this one. African beads. Yeah, this one is awesome. All right, we've got further resources. That would be interesting. Notes. Index. More Schiffer books. So highly suggest the Sybil Yardstorf, which is in my other video, which I'll link. She's got 3 or 4 books that are really great. All right. Now, last book I have, it is Beads: An Exploration of Bead Traditions Around the World. This one is by Janet Coles and Robert Budwig. This one was a library book, so it's got some wear, and it had this interesting thing in it. This is, let's see, I think this was from the 90s, judging by the pictures. Let's see, 1997. Let's see, it's got an introduction. I do love the 90s photographs. I don't know why, but I love that. Oh yeah, this one, like the other book, had really interesting maps. So each section, I forgot to go over the contents. It divides it up into Europe and Middle East, Africa, Indian subcontinent, East and Oceania, the Americas, and then projects which are scattered throughout the book. And in the beginning of each section, it shows a map and then just a few examples. So like these really cool silver beads are from Yemen, and you can kind of see, I actually have those beads. Are they, it says they're German. Interesting. Yep. So that's really cool. So this one's all about European glass. Millefiori, how it's made. We've got some wedding cake beads. So this talks about lampwork, wound beads, decorated bead finishes, aventurine or gold stone. I've talked about that. And then here is, this is really cool because these seem to be very culturally and historically accurate bead projects. So this is very Art Deco. Looks like the findings might even be right, because you've got a barrel clasp there and you've got like a tassel there. That's really interesting. Then we've got trade beads from Africa. Something I'm not that knowledgeable about. People have asked me, but I don't feel comfortable talking about those yet. And then we have coral beads. We've got amber, Victorian jet, interesting, faux jet, and how to make a jet necklace. Then we have Bohemia, glass beads, check beads. Here's how to make a check crystal necklace. Oh, interesting. Stone cutting in the Ryland. Banded agates. Carnelian. And now we have Middle East. So it's got very pretty pictures, and I love these maps. I guess I just wish there was more examples, but I feel like I have, you know, quite a few books that have pretty great info and pictures all together. A lot of different ethnic jewelry in this one. Like I said, this is very general, and we're going, you know, all over the world learning about these beads and different styles of necklaces. Ethiopian, really pretty. Oh, I love that. Zulu beadwork. Kenya batik bone ostrich shells, interesting. Ghana recycled glass. I see those beads a lot. Some more recycled glass. Now we're in India. Currently, I'm interested in beads in India right now. Learning about them, mostly glass beads. Now we're at the East and Oceania. So China, Japan, Australia, Indonesia, beautiful jade, cloisonne. Oh, pretty. Japanese glass, so like Miyuki seed beads, delicas, Balinese, Thai silver. Ooh, those are beautiful. Mother of pearl beads from the Philippines, wood necklaces. And now the Americas. Looks like a lot of Native American, probably a lot of Peruvian beads as well. Pueblo people, Hishi, turquoise, coral necklace. Oh, this is beautiful. Yes, Mexican onyx. A lot of people get that confused with agate and other stones. Peruvian ceramic beads. So yeah, this one's got some really cool pictures. So there's that book. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let's see. This one's pretty good, but I want to say this one's my favorite right now. I'm just really mesmerized by modern lampworking beads. That one's just so great. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys would like to give this video a thumbs up, if you also like to chat, leave a comment below. I love to hear from you guys. Love to reply back and chat with you guys. So yeah, thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.